So I'm back. I'm back with another video. Because I came over here. Let me show you how I got over here. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is how I got over here. You want to check this sister out? You gotta see her hair.
My hands feel slippery. So you can still feel it in your hands because, and really, if I get enough keratin on my fingers, it will make my fingerprints go away because
So I'm over here. I'm in these TikTok streets. I'm admiring this beautiful sister's crown, and I'm just like, wow. Wow. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sold. At first I was like, oh, okay, keratin. I'm going to the health food store, which I'm probably am still going to go to the health food store. And because what? $111? Sister, I love you. I'm just not there yet. But here's 1 inches, the viral growth oil. Did she have a natural leaves keratin treatment system? And I'm just scrolling through her page. I'm like, okay, she even got something for the brothers. Beard so soft, okay. And then I just, ma'am, I, I came here to do my hair, and I see this, a manifesto, and this is the most freaking affordable thing on here. A manifesto for aligning with love. So you mean after I did my whole self-love uh episodes and had my whole rant of me venting and feeling and venting and feeling, I'm supposed to still share? Am I supposed to still share? Because that's what marriage is about. Marriage is about not just love, but it's also sharing. It's sharing oneself with another and committing to sharing yourself with this other over and over and over and vice versa, over and over and over and over and over and over again. My faith is a little, hmm, hmm, my faith is a little, because this is not something that it's new. That was like, you know, I'm 40. I think I want to do this. No, this is something from a little girl I've wanted to do, and I've done it once, and I did it very young. The first time I did it, I was 20. That's very young. 20 without any solid counsel, um, just knowing the faithful part, just knowing the committed part, just knowing the love part. Those are the only 3 things that I pretty much knew. I did not know the other components, and there are many other components. You have the trust, you have the friendship. I feel the friendship is like one of the most important parts. The spirituality is obviously the important part, the important aspect to a marriage, aka what I call a sacred union. And yeah, so it's not a new thing for me. It's just now, at this particular stage in my life, I feel like, well, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen. In about a year or so ago, I wasn't even thinking about it happening as much as it has been presented to me constantly in these past few months. Like constantly. Like you seen it. I had to show the proof. I'm on here looking at hair products. How did I get to here? So obviously, I didn't come on her page for the hair products. I came on her page for this, obviously, because she's giving the ingredients for the hair. So I can literally go to the health food store, get the ingredients, put the ingredients together myself, and it probably will be the best thing for me to do, um, because this is what I've been doing. I've been putting together a whole bunch of herb formulas and things of that sort. Um, so yeah, that's in alignment, you know. I don't really know much more to say, but that I definitely trust the divine, and I do trust divine timing. I had another message, the divine will speak to you through anything, anyone, anything. So, and because you just feel that kind of inner, like, oh, this is for me. It's not like, just, when you see something and it's meant for you, it just hits differently. Um, And so prior to this, there was a message, and a sister was saying, what if you knew everything that you desired you had already, but you just didn't have it right at this moment? How would you feel? That was her first question, her first prompt. And then right after that prompt, she says, it's like you are on a plane and you're going to a dream destination, and you know you being upset that you're not at the destination right away. No, you don't do that. You're on a plane and you're on your way to your dream destination. You're being grateful while the train is traveling from where it left off to where it's going. So treat your life in the same sort. Know that your desires are very valid and very real. And just because they may not be in fruition at this particular moment doesn't mean that you should be kicking and screaming and throwing tantrums, which I definitely had a big whole tantrum, and I publicized it because right before my tantrum, right after my tantrum, I've had several tantrums, and I did not publish all of my tantrums, okay? But the last tantrum I did publish because I found some humor in my theatrics, and I wanted to share my humor with the world. And in me sharing my humor with the world, I had a little teeny tiny tantrum, because I was just like, what the fuck, of the fuck, of the fuck, of the fucks. But now I realize, because I'm always, and I've shared this before, I'm always not only self regulating my own emotions, but I'm always going over events, just to see, did I miss something? Did I misinterpret something? Let me look at this. Let me ask Spirit, show me really what it is I need to see. Because it was a day, Tuesday, it was a good day, of course, I was in one of my favorite spaces, but still, it was nonetheless a day. And, I just was like, okay, you know. Um, so in me analyzing, there's an individual, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking and speaking of this individual, but they're just my initial perception of this individual is my accurate perception. And they do little things to stir, their own madness into stuff, but it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick, and it doesn't stay. And I really didn't feel anything when they did it, aside from whatever. I was really engulfed in what I was doing. And then, even though they did plant a seed, that wasn't a genuine seed, but the seed itself was something that was agreeable to me, because I do believe and I do feel that a certain individual that I know should be honored for all of the work that they do. However, I know that this individual is honored. I know that this individual is appreciated on a regular basis, and and not just what they do um, with how they interact on the things that I am aware of, but just in general. They have a loving, supportive, amazing, astounding family and friends and colleagues. So this individual that made just wanted to get into other individuals' spaces and then make it seem like, oh, I'm doing this for them. No, you're not. No, you're not. I seen you. I seen you hardly even acknowledge them. You just walk right past them, and and you just want to. I don't know what you want to see. You want to see how fly the other motherfucker is. Yeah, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. They still fly. They getting flyer and flyer. Okay, and they move so fast. They didn't even realize that I was there. And then when they did realize I was there, they doubled back like, oh, 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 I want to do something for this date. Wait a minute, you just found out that this thing was even happening. I heard the whole conversation. So you just found out this thing was happening, and now all of a sudden you had plans for something that you just found out was happening, and these plans that you already had, you feel the need to come and whisper about it. Sir, please find something to do with your life. There's work to be done. Do the work that needs to be done. Find something to do with your freaking life. And I get it. I have a relative that is in recovery, like literally right now. And so I get, you want to put yourself in a positive space and things of that sort, but you got to be dealing with your challenges. You can't be in denial of your challenges. You got to be dealing with them. And I don't know exactly what that individual's personal challenges are, but they give the air as if they have a similar challenge as my relative or have had that similar challenge. And they also give the air that they just need to deal with their own personal things, like they just need to focus on themselves, and it's okay to plug into a supportive community, but you can't come with shenanigans into certain spaces because there is no room for that, you know and I really don't care what was occurring prior to me entering the space that I do share and work and contribute to. Um, I just really don't, part of me wants to, dissect and go into every detail, but I'm a human being. And as I clearly exemplified on my last broadcast, and as I exemplify on my platform in general, I am a human being. Yes, I'm spiritual and I'm having a human experience, but to have a human experience means you do human things. Like you eat and you poop and you drink water and, you do human things. So to feel as if other individuals doing human things is erroneous is just not acceptable on my part, for me. So I still stand 10 tones down in regards to my self love declaration. But I do have to not compare the two individuals because they're definitely not the same. And my initial perception of the one that wants to strive to be as the other is accurate, and they need to really um, focus on just being a better version of themselves instead of trying to be as someone else, because there's just no comparison aside from the fact that they're both males. That's it. That's it. That's the only comparison. You're both males. That's about it. You have different experiences. You have made different choices, obviously, clearly, evidently to the whole world. And yeah, you have different reputations. You're different. So even though you're both human and you're both males, you're different. So just be true to yourself. And please, I know that um, the person that is being admired um, can take care of themselves. However, my vigilante self impulsively sometimes wants to also protect those that I care about. And I'm working on it, because I have to realize they got it. If not only do they got themselves in a certain aspect, they cover all of those that are around them, and perhaps that is why individuals gravitate towards them, because they can feel that genuine compassion, and people need that nowadays, very much nowadays, because many other people don't have compassion for other individuals. So I get it. And so I correct myself, I check myself, and I see that, I don't know, maybe I'm being prepared for this. I have learning to do, so I need to start learning and reading. And um, I'm grateful for the group of sisters that I recently connected with who gave me the permission to feel, even though I'm always feeling, but I definitely felt out loud and publicly on my platform, um, and expressed myself how I felt in the moment. And now I'm doing the same again, expressing myself how I felt in this moment. And I appreciate these sisters because I'm going to need them to definitely counsel me and support me as I embark upon this next chapter that I'm in. I'm not even, about to start. I'm in this next chapter because this year in of itself has proven it. I keep meeting phenomenal Black women and keep being connected to these phenomenal Black national women organizations, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm grateful, and um, something just popped on my page. Who's up at 1 o'clock in the morning besides me? 2 o'clock in the morning. Other people up too, huh? Well, I thought I was just up, but obviously other people up. So anyway, I just wanted to update and say okay to the divine. Um, I'm going to be full of gratitude. I'm going to correct myself. I'm going to study. I'm going to grow, and I'm going to prepare myself even more for when it's time for me to jump the broom again. I don't know when it's going to happen, but you know, that's where I am. And that's what I'm doing. And I feel more centered and calm now that I have thrown my tantrum. And I just really just pray for myself because I'm cool now. I'm cool, calm, and collected. And I would like to have a cool, calm, and collected day tomorrow. and just moving forward, because hot and bothered is not, it's not cool and calm and collected. It's the opposite. Hot and bothered is the opposite. And yeah, I'm gonna just end this episode now, this 20 minutes of me just saying I'm grateful. I've checked myself, I correct myself, and I trust that the divine is in control, and I know I have divinity within me, and I'm going to always center and ground myself into that space within myself, and be woman enough to say when I have erred, and be able to be okay with making a misconception and correcting it and saying it's okay. That's part of the human experience, but do my very best not to do that too often, but have grace upon myself when I do it, and be full of gratitude, because obviously the divine is always present and always leading and always guiding and always available. So there's nothing for me to be bothered by or about. I need to just acknowledge that, just like when you haven't eaten for a while, like if you fasted and your stomach is growling, it's like you don't get mad at your stomach like, oh, your stomach, why you growling? What the heck? You just acknowledge and you get something to eat. So that is comparable to the other human functions that I vented about earlier. You know, Same thing, just a different aspect of the human experience. With that being said, have a great, 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 great life, period. Not just evening, not just day. Just enjoy your life, grow, learn. Grab my ebook. It's going to be in the descriptions so that you have some valuable tools that you can use to craft and manifest your best life. I am living my best life, venting and all, going through the waves. I am literally living my best life, and I'm full of gratitude about it. And like so many things are coming to fruition, things that some people will say like, oh, that's not a big deal. No, this is a big deal. Me getting a copy of my high school diploma, which is technically is my GED, that I did 25 years ago. This is my first physical copy from 25 years ago. This is not my first time trying to get a copy. This is just the first time that it actually freaking came through. And I cannot disregard the space that it happened in, because it didn't happen in any other space. So, I even kissed the machine. I was like, thank you. I see you sitting there this whole time. I didn't even know whether you worked, but you worked quite well. And I had to kiss it. Yeah, I be kissing stuff. Not everything. And I didn't put my lips to the machine. I just put my lips to my hand and transferred the kiss from my hand to the machine. But I appreciate it, I appreciate it, and I am grateful. So I just want to make that known and make that clear, because my rant, my emotional rant, may have gave the impression that I'm not grateful, but I am. I'm just also human and woman and hormonal. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in to the Super T Podcast Show. Live your best life, because I am living mine, hormones and all.